The Joe Rogan Experience.
That's a hard thing for me to not do something, because if I'm awake and I'm not occupied, my thoughts are just going. So like that's something else I've been doing. I've started to write things down. I've been doing like some stunt work and acting, right? So lately I've been watching old shows and just watching it for the acting, and I'll find a script and I'll stand in front of the mirror by myself and do some things.
Oh, that's so weird.
Try to play some things out. Like I'm just going through all of it.
Right.
I did a small movie. They're doing a movie about Nick Newell, right? And I fight the guy that's playing Nick Newell in one scene early in his career.
Nick Newell's the fighter who has one arm.
One arm, right.
Does the guy in the movie have one arm as well?
No, but they green screen it.
Oh, wow.
So he's the whole time he has this green sleeve over his arm, and he has it out here, and he's moving it, and we choreograph the fight, and we have to kind of account for all of that in the choreography with the green screen and all that.
Oh,
it's
wow.
cool though. But I got a couple lines. I did some lines, and the first time I did lines was with Kevin Pollak, so that was cool for me.
Wow.
You know,
That's pretty crazy.
yeah. And then I did an episode of Ballers for the next season, so that was cool.
Did you work with The Rock?
No, I worked with Ricky, so JD Washington.
Okay.
So that was cool. And I had met. I watched these shows. I didn't know his name was JD Washington. I just knew his name was JD from being on set. I always called him Ricky. That was it.
Right.
Somebody told me he was related to Denzel Washington, and then I find out that his last name is Washington when I'm on set and I'm looking at the call sheet, and I'm like, "Hey, you related to Denzel?" And he's like, "Yeah." He has this look on his face like, "Motherfucker, you know that." And like I knew he was related, but I thought he would tell me how at the time, and I didn't
Right.
know. But later I found out that it was his dad.
Oh,
I
no
think
shit.
that's his dad. You know, from what the information that I've got.
Oh.
And but I had met his dad also. Worked with him on Equalizer. We were for the Equalizer 2. We were helping him build the scenes. We were choreographing the scenes and teaching the choreography for that. And I have this thing where he's giving me voice lessons. I have this thing with Denzel Washington giving me voice lessons. I'll
What
show
kind
it
of
to you.
lessons?
Like he's these tongue twisters that he says to practice enunciating.
Oh.
You know, it's kind of dope. So we're in the gym, we're working out, and he's like, so he says them to me, and he's like, you should write this down. Because my buddy tells him, yeah, he does stuff on the Fox desk for UFC, and so he's like, he pays a little more attention to me at that point. He's like, yeah, he's going back to theater. He wants to do some theater because he wants to clean up his stuff, and so he's like, you should write this down. And I'm like, look, fuck! I grab my phone and I start recording, and then he sees that I'm recording, so he comes over and he's like, he's speaking into my phone, and I'm like,
Wow.
I have this shit on my phone. I have this Denzel Washington voice coaching me.
Damn. Dude, that's huge.
Super dope, right?